when I ask you what kind of activity is running, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's a cardiovascular activity. Cardiovascular means what? What is it using? The heart and lungs. Now it's exactly this understanding, which is a limited understanding, which is the cause of all the problems which come with running. Our heart and our lungs are infinitely stronger than our bones, joints, tendons and ligaments. You will hardly ever find somebody who started running, suffered a heart attack and died. If that does happen, they are on the front page of any kind of a newspaper. But bad backs, bad knees, an ankle sprain, a knee which is hurting, these are called as common running injuries. You constantly get injured with your tendons, ligaments, bones and joints. So when you start running and you get injured with your bones, tendons, ligaments and joints, nobody even cares writing about you. What's the advice that you get? Stop running. But we cannot stop running because the heart and lungs are come in, what is called as involuntary organs, which means that they have an unlimited ability to work. But muscles, tendons, ligaments and joints are limited in their ability. They need to be trained and therefore they need to be strengthened. So that will become another day of your running program. For all those who have run before and even for those who haven't run before but who've tried running before, you must have noticed that you take the most amount of time in the last few kilometers of your run. Typically in the Mumbai Marathon, it's after the Pedder Road flyover that everybody slows down. So the last 5 kilometers take sometimes as much time as the first 15 kilometers took. The reason for that is most of us do not strength train, so we start having weaker upper body. Our upper body gets weak, and then post 15 kilometers, because our spine has not been strengthened, the chest is not as strong, you kind of start collapsing on your chest. So now your lungs are no longer able to support or provide all of the oxygen that your working muscle group needs. That's one reason. The other reason is that once the legs get fatigued, they look for more strength or help from the upper body. You all know this, right? That if you really want to walk fast, but you tell your legs, no, walk at a certain speed, so walk slow, but you start moving your arms vigorously, your legs are forced to match the speed of your arms. So what most well-trained runners do towards the end of the run is that they start manipulating their legs by moving their upper body, but they're able to move their upper body because they have strength in their upper body. If you do not have strength in your upper body, you will not be able to run fast enough. Not just that, because now you have a chest which is collapsing, you are getting your lower back and knee more vulnerable to injuries. When do people start having knee pain? For anybody who's had knee pain while running, it's never at the beginning of the run. It comes midway or it comes towards the end. And that's exactly why it starts getting so frustrating, because you feel I'm just 4 kilometers away and now my goddamn knee hurts. So I have to slow down. Okay? The whole thing is evolved, or the whole thing is based on your ability to stabilize your spine.